don't know what the deal is, but I keep having these encounters right when it's too dark. I mean, I got all my stuff down, my bow is down there. All right. You know what? Temperatures have warmed up, but I'm going for it. It is definitely getting in that point for the pre-rut. Those bucks are going to start getting up a little bit earlier. They're going to start moving just like that big buck that I had in on me the other day. I needed a southwest wind for this. That's exactly what I've got tonight. So I'm going to be sitting very close to a bedding area. I got a long walk actually through a cornfield, actually the one right behind me. And once I get in, I'm going to be sitting right on top of some bucks that are bedded. Always been a good bedding area, so cross my fingers and just maybe they'll show up. The key with this hunt is to really use the wind in your favor. I'm staying way far away from the bedding area, so unfortunately cutting through a cornfield, you're going to make some noise. But as long as you're far away, they have no idea you're coming. So. Alright guys, I'm back in the saddle here. It's a little windy, southwest wind blowing my scent right out that way. You may recognize this spot as I shot a 109-inch buck here about 10 years ago. I have no idea where those 10 years have gone. Time flies. But I wanted to get back in here. There's been a big half-rack buck hanging around. It seems like this year I'm playing because I got two of them on two different of my spots. So generally, they come through here all the time. A lot of yotes in here, as you saw in the last couple episodes where Troy killed that giant booner. So if a yote comes by, they're in trouble. This tree is positioned perfectly between two bedding areas. So when you get the wind right, you kind of give up one, but you pick up the other. So let's see what happens. I couldn't film him, but that big half rack just put the slip on me. He was right here, but the sun was so bright, I couldn't even see him. I hate when I can't film a deer. That drives me nuts. Both of those bucks are nice. The one's missing half of his rack. The other one's a dandy. But I couldn't hunt where I wanted to be tonight. I wanted to be in that other stand, but this wind wouldn't allow for it. I would have got busted. I would have loved to have been in that other stand tonight. The footage would have been awesome. They were like 20 yards from it. But the key is, I know they're here, so I'm going to wait for this wind to change a little bit, and I should be able to have another chance at them. We'll see. don't know what the deal is, but I keep having these encounters right when it's too dark. I mean, I got all my stuff down. My bow is down there. That was another nice buck. I have to check to see what the wind is tomorrow morning. I might just have to come back here. Well, so far 0. Wind's perfect. Definitely some buck activity on the way in. I saw some scrapes. This is definitely when these bucks start getting up and moving. It's just a matter of whether you're in the right place or the wrong place. That's who we're hoping shows up tonight. He's a beast of a buck. Just never know. Well, not a bad hunt, guys. You know, that's a 4-year-old buck that Tommy had on a counter with already this year. Justin and both Tommy got pictures of that deer. He's been here for 4 years, but just not the buck I'm looking for. Moon is on the rise. The deer are on their feet. Only saw one buck tonight, but hey, that's better than getting jinxed. So hopefully I can keep this trend up and get myself into one in the next couple days. I got a plan for tomorrow, so got an east wind, and I got a plan. I know the perfect set for an east wind for tomorrow morning in a bedding area, so we'll see if I can pull this off.
All right, it seems like there's a trend with Todd's season this year. Half rack, 2 trends.
I got 2 trends.
Half rack bucks and shooter bucks coming out after.
I feel that emoji.
Light.
You know, like that's how I feel.
You feel like an emoji?
I do.
It's a heck of a life we're living here today. That was a couple good bucks you've seen there. Okay, so let's talk about the half rack buck in the food plot, because we put the video on Instagram and everyone's like, he's 2.5, he's 3.5. Tommy has trail camera pictures and shed antlers from that deer.
Only for 2 years. Now, I checked into this morning, Justin, so I'm going to call you out on this. Now, I texted him this morning because I did put that post up there, and I was impressed with how many.
It's clearly the same deer.
It does look like it's the same deer. He does have pictures of it for 2 years in a row.
15.
14, 15, we're missing 2 years. So we do believe that he's a 5.5-year-old deer. And Justin is going to shoot that deer if it comes by.
I am absolutely shooting that deer if he walks by me, because I don't care what anyone out there thinks, I'm shooting it. Todd is worried about what everyone's going to think if he shoots too small of a deer.
I'm not even close to worrying about that. Everyone complains that sometimes these episodes may run too long, but you know what? I'm sorry for adding speed. No, that's BS. If it comes out and it excites me and it looks good, an arrow's
Are you shooting the other half rack buck?
Yes. Dude, I like him. He's cool. Yes.
So he's cooler than the other deer.
Yeah,
so you're
dude,
discriminating against
ears.
the deer that doesn't look cool.
He's all yours. Justin needs deer to shoot. What's up next? Move forward.
Deer to shoot. Next up, guys, we're going to get an update from Frankie Clark. For the first time this fall, as he goes out on a hunt with Clinton looking for a doe. And then we're going to check in with Matt Miller, who's also doing some doe patrol here in Illinois. So let's check those out now.
Well, it's October 22nd. We finally got in the tree. Ran a little late. Did a little camera checking today. Kind of figured out what the deer, trying to figure out what the deer are doing. Had a really nice deer that showed up on one of our food plots, one of our heartland plots. Don't really know him. He's just a giant. Kind of figuring out that the deer really are still eating acorns now. I thought that we'd have thought they'd had them picked up by now, but they Clint pulled a camera and had 3 shooters last week in the daylight. But we're just a week late on them, you know. That's the way it kind of goes when you're working and everything. Got family, got stuff going on. You just can't be everywhere at one time. So we're going to sit back. We got a oat plot right here. It used to be corn, but the deer just ate it when it was growing. So Clint come in and mowed it, put some oats out, and we still got some standing corn, but they pretty much picked it clean. Just trying to get lucky, get a doe tonight. I mean, right here. There's a doe right here. Yeah. Big doe or fawn. Pretty good evening. Seen some deer, but all button bucks close, so got some big does over in the CRP, so maybe we'll get lucky and we'll come up here.
Hey guys, Matt Miller here in Northern Illinois. It is Sunday, October 21st, and the weather is perfect today. I have been waiting all week for this weather pattern, and it's finally here. And I wanted to go hunting bad this morning and couldn't do it. So my wife had a couple of errands she had to run, and I had to stick around the house and watch the kids, which isn't so bad. But we're going to make the best of it and try and get in the woods this afternoon to make something happen. So I am headed to a brand new farm. I have very little history here, only have a couple of cameras out. Haven't really had a chance to check them, but we are going to kill a good buck or a good doe, whatever shows up first. And you know, it can't be that bad. Troy killed an absolute monster just the other day, just a few miles away from this place. So I'm hoping his big brother is still walking around and that he stumbles underneath me tonight. So stick with us and we will give you guys a few updates here shortly. Well, we're in. A little later than I'd like, but boy, it's beautiful in here. It's just a little creek bottom piece of property with some standing oaks and a couple of patches and CRP the whole way around it. I know, talking to a couple of guys, this area used to hold some giant deer a good 10 years ago when they still had high deer populations in northern Illinois. I think I've heard of 4 or 5 deer over the 190 mark that have been killed within a few miles of this place, but it's not what it used to be, but it's still pretty good. So first 3.5-year-old or first doe that walks by tonight is gonna get it. Yes! Man, I've never felt so good to shoot a doe in my life. Boy, it's good to get that monkey off my back. Man, does that one feel good. I know it's just a doe, but let me tell you, it feels awful good. I have been covered up in does this year, and I've hunted hard trying to put one on the ground, and I just haven't gotten that perfect 20-yard shot that I've been looking for. And man, that was it right there. She was right there, and we put it right on her, and I'm pretty sure we heard her crash right behind me. So I have got a lot of work ahead of me, probably a half mile from the truck right now, and this is a walk-in only hunting area, so I'm gonna have to get her recovered and get her out of here. And yeah, I mean, just so thankful to have had an opportunity to get out here and see a deer and get a perfect clean shot and get a clean kill like that. So we'll give you guys a few more updates once we get our stuff on the ground. I just got her out into some better light, and you know, she's not the biggest doe I've ever taken. I probably won't be winning Todd's trophy doe contest this year, but in hindsight, I would absolutely shoot her again. I've got a very empty freezer, and she will feed my family well, and I'm very thankful for to have had a chance to take her so cleanly, and sometimes that's one of the most important things when it comes to this game. So that Spitfire XXX absolutely did a number on her. As you saw, she sprayed the entire way. She went 50-60 yards and toppled over, and that was it. So I do have a couple of pretty good bucks to hunt this year, guys. Not as big as in past years, but some good ones that I'd be really thrilled to take. I've been laying off of them just a little bit. They've been moving pretty much at night, not much daytime movement, but they are out there, and I'm hoping next time you guys see me, I'll be sitting behind one of those two. So until then, I got one quick reminder for you. Guys, wear those safety harnesses, use the lifelines. It guarantees that you get another day to hunt, and it guarantees you're gonna go home to see your family, and it's just too easy to use them. So please do. And other than that, thanks for watching, guys. Bow hunt or die.
Well, I don't know where the heck Frankie and Clinton always pull these bucks out of their hat, but I mean, every time we get a photo from these guys, it's like beast mode.
Oh, hey, by the way, this 180
just showed up.
randomly showed up on our property this week. We're going to try to go kill him.
That happens to me on all of my farms all the time.
That rarely,
Right.
if ever, happens to us. So we're very excited to see what happens with those guys as we get a little bit further here into October. You know, as far as Matt goes, I know he hasn't been hunting a ton, but he has been looking for a doe every time he goes out. You know, finally got an opportunity at one, and as we saw, you know, he made it count. The overhead footage was perfect. That doe stopped in the right spot. He made the good shot on her, and meat in the freezer.
Well, and I think, you know, the thing about Matt is I think he's pretty analytical. I mean, you know what? He's
Maybe a little too analytical sometimes.
It is possible. But, you know, I think what he's truly doing is, again, all of us have a limited time to hunt, right? Dude, he knows that these bigger bucks, look what I'm going through. I mean, I have definitely had a couple of shooters, and they are right at that last part of the night. He's smart. He's running a lot of wireless stealth cams. He's getting the data. It's mostly nighttime data. He doesn't want to go blow his good stuff. It's smart. It's being smart.
Yeah, and we're doing the same thing out at my lease where I've got the vast amount of shooters that we, you know, compared to all my different farms, we got more deer to shoot there. We've hunted at a total of 3 sits between the two of us all of October.
Which is perfect. You
Very
know
light
they're
amount of
done.
pressure.
You know they're perfect. You know they're ready to go. You know how you're getting in. You know when you want to hunt them on.
Yep.
Guys, there's a point to where it's like you want to hunt because you want to hunt, and then there's a point where you're going to hunt and you're going to go and you're going to kill one. And there's a big difference between those two things. So.
Definitely. Guys, that's all the hunting action for this week's show. Next up, we're going to jump back into trophy photos. No more trail camera photos. We've got the bucks are starting to pile up, so we're back to trophy photos. So let's take a look at those now.
Lauren Hoffer.
Peyton Laughlin.
Roger Platt.
Ryan Lehman.
Troy Christensen.
And Vince Trutner.
Hey guys, as always, those are great trophies. And you know, Justin and I are a little bit of photo snobs, I guess you'd call it. Hey, what's the stats on that video you put together?
It's up and live right now. We did a blog post on bowhunting.com if you guys want tips on how to take better
tips. If
trophy
you want to know
photos.
how to win this contest, period, you got to watch his video. He covers everything. This week, we're giving it to Lauren.
We're going with Lauren.
Yeah, well, the antlers aren't in her face. Everything's positioned well. We know that she harvested it with a bow. Lauren, congratulations.
Happy, so.
You look happy, and now you're even happier because you won a great prize package from Pine Ridge Archery.
Yeah, so congratulations to Lauren. Make sure you reach out to us, get us your information. We will get your prize pack sent off to you. And guys, that is all the action we've got for this episode. For those of you who are wondering, I know there's going to be a couple people saying, what is Justin playing with in his hand?
What are you playing with? I was going to ask you.
This is the new Cobra Archery Switch release. We just posted a video on this release this morning. It's pretty cool. It actually converts from a thumb trigger release to a back tension release, all in one. So guys,
if I would have been playing with something like that the whole time during the show, I would have got yelled at. I didn't yell at you.
This is a sponsor product. I'm allowed to play with it all show. And I'm trying to get comfortable with the way it feels in my hand because I'm going to go hunt with it.
Nice.
So guys, we appreciate everybody tuning in. As always, check back next week. We'll have another great episode of Bow Hunt or Die.
For more exciting action, be sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram and receive live updates from our team members as well as the latest happenings in the bow hunting and archery world. Be sure to share your photos, stories, and experiences as well. And don't forget to pick up your official bowhunting.com and Bowhunt or Die gear by visiting bowhunting.com/gear. We have a full selection of hats, shirts, decals, wristbands, and much more.
Say it, Brad. Gotta say it, Brad.
I don't know.
Did you make a mistake?
I guess so. I don't
You should just
have
own
the
it and
tech-
say yes.
Just own it.
Just say yes instead of I guess so.
It was my fault.
Okay, fair enough.
That's
Brad, you've
just
been
what
doing.
happened.
It's my fault as well. I can't let Brad take the fall entirely.
Oh, so what Brad wanted to say is that's Brandon's responsibility.
All right.
Ha ha ha. This is a text every mom probably lives in fear of.
I'm pregnant.
Hey mom, next Friday night, could I have a party with a lot of friends over?
All right, we're rolling.
Who sent you that?
Somebody just took a screenshot from Craig. No, you're not having a party with a bunch of friends over. You're 14 years old and it's deer hunting season.
Well, you're